raving about the new plant-based burgers on the market that are wildly popular, but are they really all that healthy? Here with the answer, culinary nutritionist Trudy Stone joins me. How are you,
So good to have you.
Good to see you. So I know the burgers that we're talking about, and I love them, and they're great.
Yes.
And people are going crazy over them, but we have to really sort of break down what's happening with those burgers. They're plant-based, which is great.
Yes.
Are they good for you?
Well, yes and no. So what I really like about this movement is that it's getting people to think beyond meat. And people are more curious than ever about these plant-based sources, and it's really getting that conversation going. So that is really great.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, that these burgers are still processed foods, right? So just like you wouldn't eat a regular burger every day, or like chicken nuggets or chicken fingers, you don't want to eat those burgers every day either.
They're supposed to be a treat, aren't they?
Exactly.
Right, they're still a treat. There's still a treat. A burger is still the sort of thing that you're not having every day because it's sort of a special thing that you enjoy, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you have an example of a burger like the Better Burger.
I do,
We're going to make it a little bit better.
We are, and it all starts with tempeh. So tempeh is our plant-based protein that we're using. So I thought I would just leave it just intact so you can see what it looks like.
This is when you buy it in the store. It comes in sort of like a block like this.
Right, exactly. So it's just fermented soybeans, and then it's just kind of formed into just like a cake-like patty, like what you see here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start by just cutting this into cubes, and it doesn't have to be like crazy, like precise or anything like that. You just kind of want them in cubes so that when you put them in the food processor, it just blends a little bit more easily.
Would you compare tempeh, for anyone who hasn't tried it, to sort of like a tofu? Is it a little tougher?
Absolutely. It is a little bit tougher. Like tofu is just a little bit more softer.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like tempeh in these burgers, because it gives you more of that meat texture.
Right.
So that makes it a little bit easier to fool our meat eaters.
Right. We like that. A lot of meat eaters want to be fooled.
And
so we got that in the food processor.
Yeah, and it's a great source of probiotics as well, which feeds our guts good bacteria.
Good.
So that's important.
Great.
So next we're just going to add up some mushrooms. So we'll pop them in there. That's also going to give us that meaty texture.
Yeah.
They're a great source of fiber as well.
Yes.
And then we're going to add in some sticky rice.
See, that's surprising to me, and I like that idea. It's going to hold it all together.
Absolutely. So the short grain rice, which is what I'm using here, it does have a higher starch content, so that's going to hold things together just a little bit better.
Nice.
And then we're going to add some oats in here too, so we're using that instead of breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Now this is my favorite part. And these are beets.
So do you need to do anything to the beets so they're not too watery?
No, I just shredded them. Yeah, I just shredded them and I just popped them in. But the reason why I like the beets is because the whole rave about these plant-based burgers is that they kind of have that red hue that's reminiscent of actual meat. So that's what the beets are going to give us.
Oh, okay, got it.
And then we're going to pop in all of our spices here.
I will help you with that. So what did you put in?
Some salt and pepper. We got some nutritional yeast for B12.
Okay.
And then we're going to add in some garlic in there. Some red pepper flakes.
A little bit of heat.
Yeah, and then some onion powder.
Okay, nice.
The last thing I'm going to add is just an egg to kind of pull it all together. So you can pop that in if you like.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got it all in the food processor.
Yeah, and then we're just going to throw the lid on, and then we're just going to process it. It might not process the first time. You might have to just kind of take a spatula, just kind of, you know,
whip it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Ooh, this guy's ready to go. Which is good. So there's a lot of chunky ingredients in there. If you want to give it another whirl, you can, because you want to get it the right consistency so you can make it into a patty.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is when you mix them up, they actually do look like ground beef.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to actually just throw this into the bowl right now.
Sure.
So we'll just kind of move these out of the way.
Off for a second. So now that we're doing an actual burger that's made with real food, can you eat this more than once a week? Like, is this now the sort of thing that is just going to add to your vegetable and your protein?
You can, because this isn't processed. They're using like whole food ingredients.
Yeah, good stuff. So and I mean, you can go with the burger, you can go, or with the bun, you can go bunless.
Yeah, you could just have a bunless on top of a salad. That's a great idea. So you see, like when you mix it together, it actually looks a little bit like ground beef. Like those beets are really doing its job with giving that nice red color.
Absolutely.
So then now I'm just going to form them into patties. So try to like squish them together like as much as you can.
I'll let you handle that.
So that Thanks, Tracy.
I looked around for gloves and I'm like, she didn't bring gloves. So Trudy, you can make the patties.
No,
Thank you.
Yeah. So then you just kind of form them like that. Just kind of make them compact if you can, like that. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you can just kind of throw them in like that.
Okay, so this, it's probably going to cook up pretty quickly.
It is, yeah.
And it's not meat. It's a lot of veggies and tempeh.
Yeah.
Tempeh, does it cook up fairly quickly?
Yeah, so it's about 3 to 4 minutes per side.
Amazing.
That's about it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want to show them the final product, which is right here. You have a gorgeous burger. You put it on a whole wheat bun, which is great.
I did.
You've got protein in there. You've got vegetables in there. Everything you need. We're putting the recipe at cityline.tv so you can follow it at home. Thank you, Trudy.
Thanks.